can't tell if it is going to be way too loud to film out here. The animals are alive and chirping and talking. This video is probably going to be short and sweet. I don't really want to set up any expectations around this particular video, but in being just totally transparent, because that's something I strive to be always, I have filmed and refilmed and just tried so hard to find the inspiration for today's video. I have so many really good clips, so many clips that are just like not so great or didn't really feel fully aligned. And I remember this happening every once in a while where I get too go. I get too focused on work specifically, and I kind of like overcommit myself in terms of my energy levels. That was the weirdest sound I've ever heard. What was that? So really, I just want to sit down today and just have like a real chat, just like a sit down chat about how life can just be hard sometimes. And I've noticed something that's been popping up in my awareness more and more, which is that, so, okay, first some context here. When I was at the Rise Business Conference in South Carolina, Rachel Hollis said something that was, I mean, she says a lot of things that are very profound, but she said this one thing that really got me thinking, which was, if you had to pick 5 things to be known for, what would they be? And so I sat there and I had not a hard time coming up with this list, but it was really eye-opening for me, because as I was going through my business, all the parts of my business, because that's one of the things that she recommends that you do, is do like a red light, green light, yellow light for every single aspect, every single piece of your business. And what I found so interesting about that was when it came to my podcast and things like being on Insta stories, I marked those as like fully being green. And same with like my personal development books, they were fully in the green. And what's so interesting to me is that when I got to evaluating YouTube, there were a lot of yellow highlights and also a lot of red highlights. And I was like, this is really interesting. Why do I feel like my podcast is fully in the green, but my YouTube channel is more in the yellow and in the red? And again, full transparency, because that's the number one thing for me that I want to be known for, is transparency. And the second thing is my unapologeticness. And also, vulnerability, honesty, there's a whole list, right? It's definitely more than 5 things. But the number one was being fully transparent in terms of my authentic self. And so I'm recording this today because I want you to know that what you see on my YouTube channel is not always how I am. I think that there might be a lot of people out there that think that this is like an absolute, or like these being productive and being just like really on point, really on my game. Like, I understand why people come to my YouTube channel. I understand that it's an experience. It's a way to feel good, to get inspired, to get motivated, to have like really pretty aesthetics. And I love providing that. At the same time though, I just want to make it fully clear that that is not real life. This right here, what you're seeing right now, no makeup, fresh out of bed, hair in a bun. I haven't even brushed my teeth yet. Like, ew, gross. This is me most days. And it's been so interesting because productivity has taken on such a new definition for me. And I guess I haven't really been able to fully portray that in my YouTube videos. And so that has left me feeling like my YouTube videos, like I'm falling out of alignment with the content, not necessarily with the style of the video, but with the guts of it, the content. And I've been feeling that way for a while, but it really came to light over the past week. And once you're aware of something like that, it gets really hard to to like backtrack and keep doing the same thing that you've been doing all along. And I also just wanted to put it out there that I am not productive all the time. And I think that's more so for me to say that out loud and feel that weight and that pressure lifted off my shoulders, because I love being productive. I love managing my time well. I love being able to prioritize well. Of course, I love reaching goals. I recently took the Enneagram, I think I'm saying that right, test, and discovered, because this is something new for me that I discovered, because I never ever thought this until I started reading the number that I got, and I was like, oh my gosh, that is me through and through. So on the Enneagram, I'm a 5, and I'm also very close with a 3. So the 5 is the investigator and the thinker and basically the student, and the one that just kind of will retreat and go into the castle of her mind and just read and read and read and learn and learn and learn and like soak up all this like new knowledge. And the core fear for a 5 is being incompetent or being someone who doesn't know. So I like to master certain skills. I like to be able to retreat and recharge alone and take the time to read and learn and discover new things, so then I can come back like in my podcast and stuff, and just, or in my YouTube videos, and give advice and insight that maybe you haven't heard before, or that maybe unlocks something in your mind, because I know for me it unlocks something in my mind, and so I want to share it. And so I've come to realize that while consistency is so important when it comes to having a business, building a business, I would just like to ask that if you can, please be a bit patient with me during this time where I'm trying to figure this out, because I like my schedule. I like having my videos go up on Monday. I like having my podcast pretty much go up on Thursdays. I'm now doing weekly emails with an extra little video clip. So I like having this schedule. At the same time though, when I start to feel like I haven't had that time to necessarily learn and read and really absorb and think about the information and how I can best convey it to all of you, that's where I get stuck and I start feeling like the pressure and like, oh my gosh, like almost like I don't have anything to say. I feel like that more often than you might think. So I just wanted to put that out there and just kind of explain what's been going on in my mind. And if you've taken the Enneagram and you are also a 5 and you also have very strong 3 qualities, comment down below if you know your Enneagram number, because this has been truly eye-opening for me, because I think I used to be through and through a 3, 100 million %. And I think over the past couple of years, especially as I've gone on more of a spiritual journey and more of this like innovative mindset, if you will, and like just wanting to learn everything and wanting to understand everything, I am so much more of a 5 than I ever, like I can tell you right now, I never ever would have thought that I would be a 5. What I find really interesting about this particular situation is that I'm not lacking motivation or inspiration. That's not even a part of it. I am fully motivated, fully inspired. It's that for some reason, when I pick up the camera to start filming things, it does not feel aligned. In a sense, like it almost doesn't feel right. And like, not to say that it's scripted, because it's not. Clearly it is not scripted. I'm not sitting here like regurgitating something. And I know that through all my videos, there is no kind of script or anything like that. I have the shots that I want to get, and I'm like, okay, and then I'm going to do this, and I actually do take you through my days and what I'm doing throughout my days. But I just wanted to just like show you and share with you that it's just not always like that, and that's okay. That's okay that this video this week is me sitting on 2 pillows in my backyard with the dog barking in the background, just having a chat, being real, telling you what is going on in my mind. I feel a lot better. I'm not gonna lie. I feel a lot better. So if you are also a 5, if you tend to analyze and overthink and you tend to retreat and kind of isolate yourself into the castle of your mind, that's something that I've also discovered as a 5, is that I feel like the world is overwhelming to me at times because there's just so much out there and there's so much to learn and understand, and so going out into the world sometimes can feel really overwhelming. But in here, I feel safe. And I know it's funny because some of the other Enneagram types don't feel safe in here, don't feel like they want to understand their emotions or feel their emotions or think through anything. Like, a lot of people do want to be out in the world and experiencing and living life. So I'm trying to find this balance between thinking and learning and observing and watching and actually being and living and experiencing. So my camera battery is flashing at me, which means my camera is about to die. So that's all I've got for this week. Just wanted to let you guys know what was going on. I'm planning and hoping that I'll have some more clarity for next week's video. Thank you guys for understanding. I love you so much. See you next week.